Hey ladies, so good to be with you today. Thanks for letting me share. I hope you enjoyed your week in the study Taste and See. It's been so awesome to think about just the goodness of the Lord. And one of the takeaways I have gleaned is the abundance, just the abundance upon abundance that the Lord gives. He doesn't just give a little bit here, like here's some bread and fish, you guys, I hope you're not still hungry. Like Kelly shared last week about Jesus feeding the 5,000 abundantly. And I love the part that she shared about the boy giving his lunch. I don't know where I've been, but I do not remember that part of the story. So there was such a sweetness in hearing a different piece, kind of looking at it from a different angle and thinking about the faith of that little boy and how we as women get to show up every day and give what we have and trust that God will multiply our time and our efforts when we come to him with what we have. He knows our hearts. And isn't that so beautiful? He takes it and then he multiplies it. So I hope that you're receiving that this week. I hope that you, as you come to the Lord each day, giving him what you have and trusting that he is the God of multiplication. I also, this week, loved his word in just talking about water being essential in our lives, and it's that he is the water that we need, and that scripture says that he is the source of life, that he will spring up in us as we come to him. Whenever I think about water, I reference a story from when I was in college. I got really sick near my senior year, near the end of the semester, and we didn't know what was going on. I was so sick, it lasted about a week. I was throwing up. I couldn't keep food down, but it wasn't a stomach flu. And so after a week of going to doctors, we finally discovered that I had a kidney stone. And they hooked me up to IVs. I was in the hospital and they were trying to flush out the stone. And the doctor asked at one point, how much water are you taking in? How much water do you drink each day? And I was so embarrassed to admit that I couldn't actually remember the last time I had a glass of water. I know, crazy, right? I mean, water is essential for our living. Without it, we die. And I was proof to how your body shuts down when you don't drink water. It stops being able to process the stuff that we're putting into it. And I love that picture because that is our spiritual story as well. When we don't come to the Lord and fill up on the water, the living water that he is offering, first at salvation and then through baptism, like we talked about this week with Nicodemus and the woman at the well, we cannot survive without his living water. And then as we are restored and we continue to come to the Lord and seek him and seek to be sanctified, we need more and more. We are never satisfied. We never get to a point in our lives where like we've had enough. And that is the same picture that I discovered with actual water. When I started committing to drinking water after my episode with the kidney stone, which I never wanted to experience again, what I found was I started drinking water. And first it was I'm committed to drinking a big tall glass every day. And then after that, I wanted more. I started craving more. I needed more water the more water that I took in. I was never satisfied. And to this day, I am the biggest advocate and passionate water pusher that you'll ever find. I need water and I panic when I don't have it. If I leave that water bottle at home, ask my children, I will freak out. That is how I want to live with the Lord. And I'm telling you, mark my words, when you pursue the Lord and you start going after his truths and his presence, you are never satisfied. You only want more. And the more you take in, the more you need. Now, when you start to take in less, you start to become dependent on less, and you start to believe that you don't need as much. So though he is the God of multiplication, and he will use what we give him, I am telling you, when you commit to taking in more and more of him regularly, it's amazing what happens. And it's amazing what God can do. He will take what we can give, but we will want to give more the more we give and the more we take in of him. So I hope that is encouraging for you. I hope that you feel hungry and thirsty to pursue the Lord regularly, because you want to never be satisfied. Blessings to you, ladies.